Racing, Lord de Air out to midfield. Pure Lee drives to the lead. Now Lord de Air tries to get under it and wheelie over it, gets into the party as well. They'll be followed by Mega Jet trying to get to fourth, but just checking off its heel sniff of Brandy. Radio Goo Goo midfield. Ican's disappeared to the outside and through on the inside. Homebush Happy on the corner. Lord de Air in front. Pure Lee the inside. Wheelie over it down the outside's a threat, and Mega Jet back in behind them. Pure Lee driving hard. Wheelie over it. Pure Lee gets up and scores just from wheelie over it. Lord de Air third. Behind those runners then, we had Radio Goo Goo getting home well with Ican out wide and Mega Jet just battling the last little bit in behind them. And Sniff of Brandy was a good way from them with Homebush Happy. Pure Lee. Dave and Joanne McCauley. Train at Levin. Racing, Homebush Envy was slow the inside, so was Homebush Ted, and booting across quickly was Boot the Cash to go to the front, and coming out after it there would have been Some Jeans. 2 lengths away then, driving after them to You Know Charm. They open up a gap on Homebush Ted, who's run through into fourth. Beside that, Homebush Misha with some work to do. Homebush Envy cuts the corner. Dogged Dan, Dodgy Pockets are well back. Up comes Some Jeans in front, trying hard Boot the Cash, and closer in there was You Know Charm. Some Jeans scores again from Boot the Cash and You Know Charm. Homebush Misha got to fourth ahead then of Dogged Dan, Dodgy Pockets. Homebush Ted, he was slow, made a run, dropped out again, and Homebush Envy last to go by. Some Jeans, number 5. John McInerney, trained winner for Lloyd and Laurel Clark, goes back-to-back off the non-tote win from last week. What do they run here? 21.94. Boot the Cash showed good speed from the boxes. And racing, Corborn doused off pretty well the inside. MacGyver Rama going forward and Homebush Vix is third. Early King Selection the outside of that. That'd be followed through then by Flirt with Me. Gaps back to Gay Thorley and the outside of that to Bowman. Up to the corner, MacGyver Rama in front. Corborn Douse switches to the outside. Homebush Vix in behind them. Down the outside comes King Selection and Flirt with Me in behind. Sprinting away now, Corborn Douse. King Selection rattled a second. Third, maybe Flirt with Me over the top there of the tiring dog Corborn, MacGyver Rama, I should say, and just in beside that was Homebush Vix, and they'd be followed back then by Bowman towards the tail of the field with Gay Thorley. Another disappointing run. Favourite does the job on a 21.92. Corborn Doused. Early pace set by MacGyver Rama. Gee, he folded up. They've only run a fraction faster than what he won in last week in the non-tote, and he's caved in late for fourth. MacGyver Rama, he led to the corner. Corborn Douse switched to the outside, made sure he was in clear space, and he ran over the top easily. The 6 really started to battle. King Selections got home nicely. Racing, Coolabah Blue, just a fair break. Boston Lightning gets out well, and so too does Sarah Campbell, and Cosmic Scramble driving up the middle as well. Val Romeo trying to push forward. Curious Life gets the rails run through on the inside. Cosmic Scramble's in trouble. Goes back through the field here. Wall Age has got through to third. I'll go back to the top. It's Boston Lightning by 2 from Curious Life. 3 lengths away to Wall Age. Coolabah Blue is wide. Then Sarah Campbell, Cosmic Scramble. Val Romeo got checked as well, and back last of all, Boris No Chance. Down comes Boston Lightning. Curious Life starting to close. Boston Lightning falls in again and wins from Curious Life. Wall Age again third. Coolabah Blue fourth. Then Sarah Campbell, the unlucky Cosmic Scramble, and the other 2, they were affected too, Boris and Thou Romeo. Like last week, really. Led up, showed really good speed, and yeah, was just starting to paddle at the line. But having said that, Curious Life never really looked like she would truly overhaul him, like where Curious Life was getting at this point. And actually, Boston Lightning lost his back legs for a stride there too, so he's done well. We're about set to break. Racing, Space Captain step well the inside. Homebush Dawn going forward quickly as well, and they'd be followed through then by Corborn Josh trying to cross to the rail and does. Out on the outside then Fortis Memories midfield, followed through by Auckland Vending, Rajika, Mighty Baxter and Bullet Tooth Tony. On the corner, Space Captain in front, Corborn Josh the outside. They settle down to it, further back then to Homebush Dawn. Finishing on is Fortis Memories, holding Space Captain, trying hard Corborn Josh. Space Captain in by a head from Corborn Josh, and they'd be followed through then by Fortis Memories and Homebush Dawn. Mighty Baxter was close up with those runners as well. Just back and behind them to Rajika. Bullet Tooth Tony was well back when they crossed. Auckland Vending may have beaten 1 or 2 in. Well, they're not going to take this one off the Macaulay, so I'm glad I could call them a true winner today. Space Captain off the inside, lasting to win by about a head here, I'd say, over Corborn Josh. Set to break race 6. Racing, Homebush TRA comes out fairly nicely, and going with it there would have been Ollie Baxter. Up around the outside, showing a bit of speed was Kiribati Girl, dropping to the inside. Zamatis Les runs into the race. Further back then we've got Homebush Annabelle, and time for what's well back. So's Unique Tilly, and something's wrong with Trojan Troy. Homebush TRA out by about 4 or 5 lengths here, giving chase is Ollie Baxter. Battle on for the minors with time for what getting home well. Homebush TRA wins from Ollie Baxter. Time for what got into third. Ahead then of Zamatis Lass, then Kiribati Girl. Further back in the race then to Homebush Annabelle, Unique Tilly. And something's wrong with Trojan Troy. Didn't hit out at all so long last. Homebush TRA comfortably in a 21.64 here. The run home of 16.47. And a Macanuni Quinella here with Ollie Baxter. Racing, Zipping Reese was slow to go, and off the inside getting out nicely there would have been You Know Orange, and Cassam goes up quickly beside that. Emma Marie's trying to poke through the inside. Now Zipping Reese starts to emerge from the ruck and run after this leading pair. Dole Parts trying to get around the outside. Well back Crystal Wave, time to find. On the corner, Cassam the inside You Know Orange. Zipping Reese down the outside with good strides, and further back to Dole Parts. Cassam will see it through. Zipping Reese to second, Dole Parts ran to third. And then we had You Know Orange battling the last bit. Emma Marie was next to go by alongside Crystal Wave, and time to find was a margin last. Good to see Cassam back in the winner's circle. She worked her way through to the top grade. She's been slipping back. She's back to class 3. Well, briefly. She'll go back to class 4 now. She's clocked at 21.68 here to hold on and win. Zipping Reese, first look at the track, pretty good effort because he was slow away and then had to make a burn mid-race as we picked them up there. You Know Orange showed good speed. Cassam left in plenty of space though, which she seems to like. Round comes the bunny set. Racing Dasharama fair break with Vinnie Baxter, showing some good speed there as Flying Blake to head out to the lead. Acapella getting up and around the outsides on the wrong side of Dasharam, trying to clear it. Smirnoff getting through on the inside. Vinnie Baxter trying to work into the race. Homebush Lucifer finds the rail, starts to run. Further back to You Know Green and getting bashed around another Hunter. Up they come. Acapella over the top here of Flying Blake and trying hard to Vinnie Baxter. Acapella scores, Flying Blake second. Vinnie Baxter third the inside, followed across by Homebush Lucifer Dasharam. Gaps back the others. You Know Green, and alongside of that was another Hunter. They were all over each other turning for home, and Smirnoff dropped out to a long last. Run home of 16.73 and 8.42 and 5 on the board. She just had to get around Dasharam here, and she did. And to be fair to Dasharam, didn't ease out much until she had gone by. Vinnie Baxter running through underneath, and Homebush Lucifer trying to make ground again, but Acapella, who has won over the middle distance. racing. Corborn Crouch was slow, and so too was Sydenham, and bounding straight to the front here would have been Opulent. Goes to the lead. Corborn Crouch has recovered, drives through the inside, goes to the lead. That'd be followed through then by Goldstone, working to third, then Sydenham trying to recover as well. Getting past that was Botany Dave. Bob's Eye a long way back, and so too Opawa J and Magic Arrow check back to last on the corner. Corborn Crouch comfortable. Opulent holding down second. Goldstone in behind them. Further back then to Botany Dave and Sydenham. Corborn Crouch in easily again. Time won't be so flash though. Opulent home in second spot, then Goldstone. Tight there for fourth. Sydenham on the outside of Botany Dave, then Bob's Eye, Opawa J and Magic Arrow. Racing, Smash Allegro steps well. It's a very even field though, and Sweet Ruby Jane's got back to last. It's the brothers who lead Smash Allegro. Allegro Class goes up beside it. Graduation pushes forward the outside. Wallace Ladd's in the hunt early. They'll be followed then, trying to drive through on the inside by up there Herbie. Wee bit wider out on the track is Weepoo. Well back on the races. Big time dasher. Sweet Ruby Jane, no chance. Into the straight. Allegro Class the outside. Smash Allegro kicks back the inside. Wallace Ladd over the top. Could he get an overdue win? He can, I think. Wallace Ladd. Wallace Ladd over the top, and the Class 4 scores here from Smash Allegro. Good line up here for third. We'd have just last thing, I think, Allegro Class. Flying at them late would have been Big Time Dasher. Weepoo wasn't too far away either. Graduation in amongst the ruck there too. Sweet Ruby Jane was well back when they crossed. Wallace Ladd, number 2 in the book. He's paying $23, this dog. He hasn't won since April the 25th, I think. Anzac Day. And he's come out against the Class 5s, and he's done the job here with Smash Allegro leading them out, and Allegro Class and the brothers eyeballed each other. And the racing, and Wheelie Rascal hops out, not too badly, but B Rabbit's coming across with it. Wheelie Rascal, B Rabbit, there's your Laughing pushing forward over on the outside, and back and behind them then to Kazinian finds the rail. Dolly Peg's back and behind these runners. Well back on the races, Talk It Over. Starburst Blanche a long way from them, and also another Jewel. Into the straight, Wheelie Rascal giving chases, B Rabbit. You're Laughing in behind them and closer into Kazillion. Wheelie Rascal scores. Second is B Rabbit just from You're Laughing, and right between them was Kazillion. Dolly Peg was next to go by. Further back on the race to Talk It Over, another Jewel and Starburst Blanche. Angela Turnwood gets her second solo win of the day, and with partner Paul, she shared up another win a little earlier. Angela's got bragging rights. From the kennel today, Wheelie Rascal hopped out nicely today, shared up the pace with B Rabbit, worked to a handy lead. Racing Alpaca, Allegro Master, only out fairly. Allegro Master now gets right back, and Corborn Porsche back with that, and going to the lead here was Individual Lily. Bolt's clear too by about 3 lengths, although Caesar Chance is starting to come out after it. Then we've got Corborn Ignite getting through on the inside now to Alpaca, and they'd be followed through around the corner by Allegro Master, and Zipping Tays a long way from them. Up they come. In front is still Individual Lily. Caesar Chance having a lunge. Individual Lily sees it through. From Caesar Chance, third over Alpaca from Allegro Master. Then we had Zipping Tay. Back beside that was Corborn Ignite, Sir Richie Corborn Porsche. Individual Lily, number 4. And another win for Craig Rendell as a part owner, and Lisa Ahern gets her second for the day, and Individual Lily's led out from the 4. Bolted to the lead. Corborn Ignite showed some speed. Caesar Chance got handy here, and I thought might be able to gun Individual Lily down.